My chicken is in a brine. Yeah, a brine solution is how we're starting off with. And the drumstick has been in there for just over 2 hours. Anything more, and I find that it tends to be a bit salty and it breaks down the chicken just a little too much. So please don't do it overnight. And I have 2 pounds of chicken in there with some bay leaf, some allspice, thyme, scallion, salt, brown sugar, black pepper, and it's been in there, like I said, for 2 hours. What I'm going to do now is take the chicken out of there. The brine and all of the other ingredients can go into the rubbish, but you want to pat dry the chicken. And the batter itself is very simple. I've got cornstarch, all-purpose flour, and the full recipe in a printable format will be available within the next day or so at CaribbeanPod.com. I've got some smoked pimenton, or sometimes it's called paprika. I've got a tiny bit of curry powder, baking powder, and cayenne for that heat. We're going to go in with a tiny bit of salt. We're not going to over salt it because remember, it's been sitting in that brine all this while. Grab your whisk and give that a mix. And all we need now is water in here to create the sort of batter we'll be using. And you can see I have the chicken on my plate here with paper towels. I already went through and damped it quite a bit with the paper towel, but I'm going to do it one more time. The lighting in here isn't the greatest because while I'm using big lights, because the background of everything tends to be white, the chicken, the paper, the flour mixture here, yeah, I'm sure it's not showing up the greatest in the camera, but small thing. One more quick mix, and then we're going to go in with water. And we're going to mix that thoroughly. We want everything to combine to give us a nice wet batter to be able to dunk. I'm going to add just a tiny bit more water. Those drumsticks in there. Uncle Chris is sipping. By the way, my friends, the reason why you haven't been seeing a lot of videos lately, I've been sick for the past, man. I know you guys can probably tell by the nasally sort of voice I have right now that I'm still dealing with it. My sort of setup here, I have my cast iron pan on a medium high heat with vegetable oil, whatever oil you like using, whatever fat I should say, because some of you like using tallow, and I wish I had some beef tallow, because in my humble opinion, beef tallow gives you a better fried chicken. If you wanted to use lard, totally up to you. Canola oil, corn oil, everybody has their preference. Peanut oil, I know my friends down in the southern US love their peanut oil. Vegetable oil, yeah. I have my wire rack with my tongue over there. And I like using a wire rack, and we've discussed this before, because once the chicken comes out of my fryer basically here, I will put it onto that wire rack and the extra oil will drip to the bottom of the pan. If it were sitting in paper towels, yeah, it would soak up all that fat, but where the chicken would sit, it would create steam, and then those parts would go all soggy. We really don't want that. I have my chicken already here. I have the butter here and the oil heating on that medium high flame. We're trying to get to a temperature of about 350 degrees. I got a little bit ahead of myself there, but all you would do, you would dunk the chicken in there, you would shake off the extra batter like so, and then you would put it into the hot oil. You all know I'm not an advocate of crowding the pan, right? But what I would recommend is doing it in batches, yeah, maybe 4 or 5 pieces at a time. However, whilst filming this video, this whatever I'm dealing with here, this flu or whatever, it just hit me a little slap, pow pow! So I'm just trying to finish off the recipe, so 1, I can eat, and 2, I can share the recipe with you all. But don't overcrowd the pan. It will take anywhere from about 10 to about 12 minutes or so to fully cook the chicken all the way through. Remember, this is dark meat. And you can use chicken wing, you can use chicken breast. With a chicken breast, I would cut it in half, make it a bit smaller. Chicken thighs, totally up to you, but every so often I'm just going in and giving them a little roll like that, just to make sure both sides are fully cooked all the way through. And we want that nice golden brown color as well, right? Remember, when we eat with our eyes first. It's been about 10 minutes and you can see the lovely color that I achieved there. This is the smallest of all the drumsticks that I have here. So this one's gonna come off and it's gonna go onto the wire rack. I'll show you guys here. Now if you wanted to line the bottom of the wire rack there, of the cookie tray with paper towels, yeah, you can do that. But you know, we are trying to waste the trees and things like that. We can easily wash it with some soap and water after. The bigger pieces here, I'm gonna allow it to go for a couple minutes more. And then what you can do is as you take them out of the oil that you're using and you put it onto the wire rack, you can sprinkle it with a bit of finishing salt, whether it is a pink Himalayan or you have some smoked salt or whatever it is you have. I'm trying to cut back on the amount of salt in my diet, so I'm not going to add any salt to it, but it is an option for you. The point is, when we brine the chicken, all of those flavors, including all of that salt, went into, well, not all, but quite a fair amount of it went into the chicken as well. So this is why I'm not really too worried about adding more salt. Sup, soldiers? Listen, if you enjoy this recipe, I'd really appreciate it if you hit subscribe and click that bell notification thing. If you've made the recipe, take a picture and send it to me, email address down here. I mean, trying to tell people the email address, them butts will take the address and do all kind of thing with it. And tag me on Instagram at Caribbean Pot. I really appreciate you guys and thanks for being in my kitchen with me today. Irie. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Always a pleasure having you all in the kitchen with me. Yo, it was so easy. And it got a nice little crust on there. You're gonna have that crunch on there. I'm going and get some rest now, but I do hope you all get the opportunity to give this one a try. It is a wicked fried chicken recipe that I'm sure it will remain in your sort of repertoire for the next little while. Irie.